if you lay your drawer front on a flat surface like this, there are two ways of fitting this drawer to your drawer front. You can put it like this. This is quite difficult because you're bashing your knuckles on the drawer side at the same time. The easiest way of doing it is to loosen this screw off here. This means that the drawer side comes away from the front clip, like this. Repeat it for the other side, like that. There are pre-drilled holes in the drawer front for your drawer to be fitted. You position the drawer front clips like this, and then keeping the screw to the centre of that slot, you then take your drawer itself and reinsert it into the drawer front clips. Retighten the sides up, and that's your drawer front fitted. If you need to adjust your drawer front up or down, all you have to do is loosen this screw off here, move the drawer front down or up. If you have to move the drawer front left or right, all you have to do is loosen off these 4 screws that you put in, and then the drawer will move left and right. Retighten the screws when you've got your drawer fitted to the correct position. Like so. There are 2 silver clips that go over here. Earlier on, we fitted 2 screws here and here. If I take this one out, you'll see why it is important to put it in. When I lean on this drawer, you can see the drawer sides flexing. If I do the same, once the screw's in, it doesn't move. The hinge consists of 2 parts, your hinge plate and your hinge. It slides on like this, and this screw is the one that holds the 2 parts together. Fitting a door to your unit is exactly the same if you have a drawer in it or not. First off, you insert your hinge plates. Fitting the hinge to this point means that this is a left-hand hung door. Fitting my plate like this, I then use my screwdriver and I insert this screw to about there. This means that that hinge plate hasn't dropped down and it should be in the right place for when you actually fit your door. You then fix the bottom one all the way in, like that, and then fix the top one, like that. And you repeat for the top hinge, making sure that this screw is towards the back of the unit. And then put the bottom one in. That's your hinge plates fitted. Next, we're going to fit the hinges themselves to the door. The door has pre-drilled holes to take your 15mm screws for fixing the hinge to the door. So you put your hinge in like this, in like this. So that's fitted the hinges. Next, we're going to join the 2 parts together. You slide the door onto the hinge plates like this, and then holding the door tight to the unit, you then tighten this screw up here. You then go down and tighten the bottom screw up, close your door up, and then what we're going to need to do is adjust it so it has an equal gap down here. This adjustment moves the door left or right, and doing it anti-clockwise takes the door towards the left-hand end panel, like so. All I need now to get that gap correct is to move the bottom hinge towards the left hand as well. And again, turning it anti-clockwise, like that. And as you can see there, the gap runs parallel down the side and is correct. If you need to move your door up or down, you will need to loosen off these 4 screws here. and the door then lifts up or down, so you can close this gap up if you need to. So we move it up very slightly, tighten it up again. And the last thing is, if you need to move the door in or out, the screw that you use to join the two parts together, if you loosen that one off, that will enable you to move the door forward or back if required. And then once you've got it in the right position, you tighten that screw back up. The last thing to do once your door is in the correct position is to fit your cover plate. And the reason for those is to hide all the screw mechanism inside your unit.